Okay, here we go. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Father James. Can you guess where I am? I'm down in the corner of the church property. This is the former gas station that's behind me. It's been a gas station for many, many years. It was sold a while back, I think over a year ago, year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. And as mentioned on the weekend of my homily and my presentation around the question of the renewal of our building, what's happening with this piece of land is having an enormous impact on our plans for the renewal of our church building. Because, as I mentioned, the plan anyway, as we understand it, is that this property is zoned to build an 8-story apartment complex. Now, when it will be built and how it will be built, I don't know. But that's what this land has been zoned for. And just to give you a sense of what that means for this view of our church is that if you look at this parking lot, this whole parking lot will be a building. In fact, the new building would be the same height as the bell tower presently is. That's a high building and will completely block out the entire view of our parish. So let's walk up to the parish and talk about what that means for us. Because initially, when we had talked about the original concept of creating a foyer and creating extra space at the St. Peter's location, the idea was to build a kind of canopy coming down from the front so that we had this invitational space that people could come through. But of course, if indeed they build an 8-story building, and generally the market usually shapes reality. I mean, let's be honest, that if the maximum amount of money can be made by this land by building an 8-story building, there's a good chance that's exactly what's going to happen in time. So imagine a building as high as that bell tower right over there, putting this entire space into the shade, blocking it from sight. It was for that reason that the architects basically said, look, the only visible approach that we can have to this building is from this site. And as you can see in this picture on the screen, that's what it would look like from across Sullivan's Pond. That this is the face that we want to show to the community that would invite people in. Which raised the whole question of the orientation of the church inside the church. Now, because of the stained glass windows, we can't rotate the church 90 degrees. It can't be done. But 180 degrees is very possible. It would keep the integrity of the church, which would mean that the entrance to the building would come from the hill. Now, I know it raises all kinds of questions. Exactly how will this be done? What will the space be used for? That's the work that we have to do over the next 6 to 8 months. We need to work with the architects to look exactly how do we use this floor space? What are we going to do with this potential big space that's here? Is it going to be 2 stories? Are we going to have possibly a gathering space for 300 people? Are we going to have a coffee shop? What about the bell tower? You know, the present bell tower has to come down. The parish has known that for many, many, many years. But it is such an icon of Dartmouth. Is it worthwhile replacing? It'd be about $3 million. Can it be done in a cheaper way? That's what we're looking at. These are the kind of decisions that we need to make. And I want you to know that this is a project that we are undertaking. It's not just the work of a committee. We will be inviting parishioners frequently to come together for meetings. We want to keep communication open. For this reason, I'd like to invite you to the first Building for the Future. Little double entendre there. Building for the future. We want to build a future which is more than just building a building. You know, church renewal doesn't come just by renewing buildings. We got to renew what goes on inside buildings, but at the same time, this is part of our heritage. We need to renew this building. We need to make this building a building for the future as well. So that first meeting is on Monday, June 19th at the Parish Centre, and we look forward to you joining us. If you can come with your questions, with your suggestions, with your ideas and how we move forward with this concept. Thanks everyone, and God bless.